Hey, what's
How
going
you
on with you,
doing?
Marco? Doing
Nothing.
good,
How
man.
you doing? You driving?
Yeah. I'm driving. I'm on my way to pick my kids up.
Yeah, I got to get mine too in about an hour and a half. I feel you. Um, so what did you make? What'd you make of this Charlo Canelo fight?
Um, I mean, one guy came to fight, the other guy came to run. I mean, there's really nothing else to make about it. I think that was
Mm,
obvious. You know what I mean?
mm.
One
Well,
guy, one guy was running, the other guy was chasing him. That's what I saw.
do you think do you think it was his plan off the jump, Charlo, to just not really try?
Pretty much. I don't know. Pretty much. I mean, I don't think he was. His entire energy was different. In the lead up to the fight, something that no one has ever seen before
Hmm.
in his entire career. So, based on his energy that he showed in the lead up to the fight, it was his plan to do exactly what he did, just run.
He was a lot more somber. That's true. Um,
Yeah.
I mean, well, what did you expect to happen in the fight before it happened? What was your prediction?
My prediction was Canelo by 10th round KO or TKO, but I thought that Jermell Charlo was going to put up a fight. And I thought that it was going to be some times the way he get caught on the ropes, or he may try to fight in the pocket in spots. But for the most part, I thought maybe he would get caught on the ropes because he did say he was going to use his legs. So I figured he was going to try to do what Caleb Plant did, just basically use his legs box. Caleb Plant was catching Canelo with some good shots. He really wasn't sitting on his shots, but he was catching him with some good shots, snapping his head back. But then as the fight went on, Canelo wore him down. So I was expecting something of that sort, and I picked Canelo to win by TKO or something of that sort. But I never would have guessed in a million years that Jermell Charlo was going to run from the first round all the way to the 12th round. I never would have guessed that.
Yeah. I mean, Canelo was throwing some atomic bombs at that man.
Yeah, he was. He was loading up on his shots. You saw all of the punches coming. You know what I mean? And I was even looking at some of the fight in slow motion. When I went back and looked at it, Jermell Charlo saw a lot of that shit coming. It was on. Canelo even swung very wide in the air, like it was shots he threw. Because I was caught in the fight, I said he looking like Clubber Lang now. He was throwing wide hooks, and Jermell Charlo would duck it, and Canelo was swinging that air just a couple of times. But he was just loading up on the shots. He just loading up on all of them. Like, he damn near every punch was pretty much was a load up punch.
Yeah.
For the most part. So just wide hooks, bolo punches. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
It's interesting because it's like I watched the fight, and it's first of all, my first impression was like, well, what do we expect? I mean, I guess we expected Charles to put his foot on the gas a little more, but this was a bigger man. Kind of what people predicted was going to happen happened. Just the difference was, I suppose, Charlo didn't put forth the effort or take the risk, right? Because I think what I saw was he felt a couple of those shots, even if he was picking them off, and he knew that he can't get caught with that. He knew that he couldn't even exchange with Canelo. He knew it seemed like his only chance was to box and hopefully try and catch a counter, try and catch something, but keep his distance so he gets out safe and can go and defend his 154 titles again. That's kind of the impression I got watching it.
Yeah, no, the impression I got was he ran from the first round to the 12th round. Before Canelo even landed one punch on him, he was running in the first round when the fight started. So that's the impression I got. Other than that, that's it. I've seen fights where fighters moved up two weight divisions, fought bigger weight classes, and they competed
Yeah,
always. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Mira Khan competed with Canelo.
yeah,
And Mira Khan got knocked out. So again, I picked Canelo to win, but the lack of effort from Jermell Charlo, there was nothing that Canelo did that was spectacular.
yeah,
Canelo did what he normally do, load up on his punches, throw the wide hooks, like he's going for kill shots. That's what he does. That's how he fights now. You get what I'm saying? Um, so I mean, the man came there, the man got his paycheck, and he ran, and that's it. As simple as that.
yeah. That's true. I mean, I guess it's like I hear people talking, right? And they say that there's two trains of thought. The train of thought is like, okay, is it smart to box, keep your distance, and hope to land something? Or is there more honor in going all out and kind of going down the way Errol Spence went down. He was swinging, he was trying, but he got stopped way quicker. You know what I mean? Like, I guess that's the things I'm hearing. Some people think it's way less honorable doing what Charlo did. Some people say, well, you know, he did what he could. He got through it, and at least he wasn't knocked out.
I mean, it's not even an honor thing. It's he didn't even try to fight. I mean, you know, like I hear what people saying, but people are making it seem like Canelo was just so great, and he just, you know, his majesty was so royal that Jermell just trembled at the sight of seeing the magnificent Canelo. No, that wasn't it. The motherfucker just ran from the first round before he even got hit to the 12th round. He got caught. He didn't even try to fight. So for you to tell me, well, his goal was to box a little bit, he wasn't fucking boxing. He was running. Like, you know, I've seen boxing clinics. I've seen, you know what I mean, like several fights. Tony Harrison boxed. You know, when he fought Tim Tszyu till he gave out the gas. When he fought Jermell Charlo, Tony Harrison is a boxer. You know, he's sticking moves, stuff like that. Jermell Charlo wasn't doing that. He was running from you know, he threw a couple of, and when he did let his hands go and threw combinations right down the pipe, you know, he was hitting Canelo because Canelo's head was right there to be hit. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, but he just ran for whatever the reason may be. He ran. So, you know, yeah. I mean that's my observation. Now, right. somebody else may feel that, Canelo's Super Saiyan powers, you know, was glowing in the ring that night, and Jermell saw that and he felt the energy and he just, the magnificence of Canelo. I'm like, no. I mean, you know, if whatever a person want to tell themselves, they can. I ain't got no problem with that. But for me, there's nobody on the planet Earth can convince me of what I saw. From what I saw Jermell Charlo, Lions only, run before he got hit in the first round, all the way to the 12th round. That's what I saw.
Right. I mean, yeah, the way I looked at it is, okay, so you're looking at a size difference, right? So Charlo's at a disadvantage. But I agree with you. I think he could have, there was a lot of points in the fight where he could have threw more punches. He could have, I'm not saying go be aggressive and throw caution to the wind against a bigger, stronger guy. But yeah, I agree with you. I think there's a lot of points where he could have threw and he was just he was just either waiting on Canelo to punch or moving. Waiting and moving, and that's it.
I saw that fight twice, and Jermell Charlo looked bigger than Canelo in the fight. That's one. So it is what it is. And two, there were times where Jermell Charlo, like you said, was sitting on the ropes waiting for Canelo to throw. Waiting. Yeah. Canelo throw, hit him on the glove, then he'll move out of the way, move to the left, move to the right. Like, you can't tell me he tried to fight. You saw those punches coming. Jermell Charlo has been boxing for 16 years. Canelo been boxing for 18 years. So Jermell Charlo is not an amateur. He's not some guy who doesn't have experience. Has he fought on the level of Canelo? No. But none of that. But I hear all that. I hear all that, dog. All I'm saying is, for me, for what I saw, and I'm gonna say this again, there's nothing no one can tell me. That dude ran. He didn't come to fight. He came to run. He got his check. And that's it. He had that shit playing before he stepped in the ring because his energy. Are these people gonna go or what? Because his energy. Sorry about that. I'm trying to see what this lady doing. His energy was off. His energy was off in the. This is guy just sitting here. His energy was off in the fight. In the lead up to the fight. He was quiet. He was kissing Canelo ass, talking about how great Canelo is. He wanted to kiss the freckles off his cheeks, all of that shit in the lead up to the fight. And then when he fought exactly the way he was acting in the lead up to the fight. So far as I'm concerned, and Jermell Charlo is one of my favorite fighters. Well, used to be one of my favorite fighters. He's not one of my favorite fighters anymore. So now he just, the Charlo brand has been destroyed as far as I'm concerned. You got Jermell Charlo got slapped by Jared Hurd. He ain't do shit. But then he talked all this stuff about Lions only. Jermell Charlo is the brother that looks so mean all the time, like he Clubber Lang. He's mad at the world. Like when people see him, they should just automatically be trembling, scared, and terrified because Jermell Charlo was looking mad, like he's just the baddest man on the planet. and then you get in the ring with Canelo Alvarez. You got a 3.5 inch to 4 inch arm reach advantage. You're taller than this guy, and on top of that, you gain weight. So you're taller than this guy. You look bigger than this guy in the ring. Are you used to fighting at that weight? No. But you know what is going to tell me that a 16-year veteran, a guy who prides himself in being a lion, and then he gets in the ring and do the total opposite of a lion because he was just so afraid of Canelo Alvarez. Like, Canelo is a good fighter, a great fighter, but come on, bro. Like, come on, like, what was the goddamn point? So, as far as I'm concerned, he ran like a coward, and that's it. That Lions only shit is done. Jermell Charlo got slapped by Caleb Plant. You know what I mean? Jermell Charlo ran from Canelo in the fight, got his ass whooped. I can't even say he got his ass whooped because he didn't have a scratch on his face. He got, he took a knee, got knocked down, but man, he didn't have a scratch on his face, so he didn't get his ass whooped. He lost the fight, but he didn't show no effort, didn't show no heart. Moving up two weight divisions is no excuse for not to show any passion or heart. So that's just the way I see it. I don't give a fuck what nobody says.
I mean, I get it. It was a disappointing fight, no matter what. And it's funny. Like, I think a large part of it did have to do with feeling Canelo's power. But you're right. Leading up to the fight, he did have a totally different demeanor. Charlo, that is, totally different. So that does make you wonder.
No, again, I'm not taking nothing from Canelo. Canelo did what he was supposed to do. Canelo came in there. It was just another day in the office for Canelo. But I'm pretty sure even Canelo was surprised that this guy was running the way he did. Like, come on, man. Like, you talk all this, African American stud and Lions only, and cause fucking with me, you're gonna get knocked the fuck out. I'm a knockout artist, baby. All this stuff there just to get in the ring in Vegas. And I know you were surrounded by Mexico because there wasn't nothing but Mexicans in the audience. So, you ain't, Jermell Charlo don't have a fan base. So my whole thing was this was his opportunity to take advantage of the moment, build his brand. Even though he got paid, he got his check, he gonna go back home to his mansion. He gonna buy him some more Lamborghinis, buy him some more ice, whatever. But the Charlo brand, they're done. Right now, the Charlos, when you mention the Charlos, motherfuckers start laughing right now. Like, they're a joke. They're like the joke of the industry right now. So they're done. They're done. That Charlo, Jermell Charlo, he's done. Jermell Charlo, he's done. I'm glad they made their money, but it's over with. Ain't nobody gonna take them serious. They're done. You think
Bud would fight Jermell now?
I don't know. Fam. I can ask him, but I don't know. I know from what he told me, he did want to fight the winner. We said the same thing that he said on social media. He wanted to fight the winner of Canelo and Jermell Charlo. Canelo ain't gonna fight Bud. He already know that. You know what I mean? So because and Canelo, like, there's nothing in it for Canelo. So I do get that. Yeah. And for Bud is everything for Bud, because if he can beat him, that's even more legendary status, and he make history. But for Canelo, that fight ain't gonna happen. That's a fantasy match. That shit ain't happening. But I don't know. I still would love to see Terrence Crawford and Jermell Charlo fight. I would love to see that fight. I'm not gonna lie. I would love to see that fight.
What do you think happens?
I got Bud. I ain't got no faith in Jermell Charlo. And you gotta understand, Jermell Charlo was one of my favorite fighters. Terrence Crawford and Jermell Charlo. Those was like two of my favorite fighters. And but yeah, I don't have any faith in Jermell Charlo at all. No. So I would bet a dime on Jermell Charlo. I take Terrence Crawford over Jermell Charlo 7 days a week and twice on Sundays.
Yeah, I mean, I knew that the Canelo Charlo fight would show a lot in terms of how they would do against Bud. I wanted to see where Canelo was at, because he didn't look that great his last few fights, and obviously Charlo's been out for a while, so you want to see how he would fare against a stronger, kind of bigger guy. So who's Bud gonna? I mean, is Bud fighting Spence? Is a rematch actually happening? Because I heard it was, then I heard it wasn't.
I don't know where it wasn't coming from. I mean, Spence activated his rematch clause, so they got to fight.
I heard something about the weight. They were talking about and where Spence might not be able to make 47, so I heard he was looking at other options because he didn't want to fight at 47. But these are all. I forget. I forget where I heard that from. I heard it from a
Yeah,
couple.
Marco, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I don't shit that be floating around on social media. I don't. You don't know where it come from.
Yeah.
I don't believe shit out here floating around on social media. Like anything I see on Twitter, I don't believe none of it.
None.
I have a couple of people I reach out to who may be close to the situation, but I don't believe none of it, man. Like, until you got to wait and see till it materializes. All I know is Spence reactivated his rematch clause. Spence haven't said anything. So all I know is he activated the rematch clause, and those two guys supposed to be fighting each other. All this other stuff where, well, they may not be doing this, they may not be doing that. I asked the same question. Where did you hear that from?
Right.
And then, everybody, you ain't hear from Spence.
No.
You didn't hear it from Crawford.
No.
So where are you hearing it from? You know what I mean? And that's what I say to people. So, I mean, we just have to wait and see. But as far as I know, Spence and Crawford are rematching each other. Until Crawford and Spence say otherwise, that's what I know.
Right. No, you're right. Because that the Teofimo versus what was that against? Was it against Thurman? No, there was a Teo versus Thurman. I think Teo versus Tank. I think that's what came out, right?
Teo versus Tank, and somebody sent it to me. I said, "Where did you get that from?" And he got it from someone who posted it on Twitter.
Right, and so I reached out to Teo's manager, who said, "No, that's not true at all."
It ain't nothing but fake news on Twitter. So but a Twitter post, bro, like, somebody sent it to me. I said, "Man, that ain't true."
Yeah.
Tank Davis ain't fighting no damn Teofimo Lopez.
Yeah.
If you look at the type of fighters that Tank has fought throughout his career, that would tell you he had never fought. He's not going to fight no Teofimo Lopez. So you knew that was a joke as soon as you heard it. I mean, I know I did.
I didn't know for sure. It made more sense than the rumor with Thurman was supposed to fight Tank. Did you see that one? That one came out.
Man, all that, man. Listen, man. Oh, listen, Marco. All this shit coming from Twitter. People just be making shit up. That's all. It's fake news. It's fake news. That's all. It's just fake news.
It is. It is. But we did hear about Usyk and Fury. That seems like it's happening, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Who do you got in that fight? How do you think that goes?
I believe the fight happened when I see Tyson Fury in the ring, because the dude lied and pump fake so much. Even though he didn't say anything, but I did know that the report come out that Tyson Fury and Usyk signed. As it relates to Fury, I like him as a fighter. He's a great fighter, but I hate the guy outside of the ring. And he's a bullshit artist, quote unquote, So, he may pull out the fight, whatever. I don't know. But you got to lean with Tyson Fury because he's the bigger guy. Tyson Fury can box. He doesn't have the limitations that Anthony Joshua have. So, Tyson Fury gonna do whatever it takes to win as well. So when I say that, I mean in the ring. He'll put his weight on you. If he got to punch you behind, he's gonna go to Usyk's body. Usyk seemed to be that his kryptonite is body shots.
Yeah.
Even from the Olympics on up. So so I'm leaning towards, and now I like Usyk a lot. He's one of my favorite fighters. Love Alexander Usyk, great fighter. But in that fight, I'm leaning towards Tyson Fury. So it's and I don't want to go against Usyk because he's a Capricorn. We was born the same day. So I'm like, man, but I'm leaning towards Fury, even though I'm not crazy about Fury outside of the ring, but I can put my emotions aside and just look at it. I like to look at these fights, break it down from a stylistic standpoint. Usyk can do a whole lot in that ring to Fury. I've seen Fury in there with smaller fighters, with what the guy named the southpaw he fought that cut his eye very, very bad. They didn't stop the fight. They allowed that Odo Wallin. I seen him in there with the cruiserweight he fought a long time ago that dropped him. I forgot his name.
Steve Cunningham.
Yeah. So Usyk is a very, very skilled guy. Right now I'm leaning towards Fury 51-49, something like that. I have it close though. I have it close.
Yeah,
I don't think Fury's gonna dominate Usyk at all. I don't think he's gonna dominate. Yeah.
Okay.
Usyk's footwork. Usyk's footwork.
He does, but I think the size and now, like you said, the kryptonite in the body.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a tough night. I just hope the fight happens. I mean, first Fury has to get through this fight with Ngannou, which on paper should be easy.
Man, come on, man. Come on, man. That's an exhibition match. That's what that is. You got Ngannou. He's fighting Fury in a boxing match, right?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, man. That man trash. That man ain't no boxer.
No,
Ngannou was good for MMA, but in the boxing ring, come on, man. Fury gonna be toying with that dude.
Do you think
he gotta punch his chance? He could probably try to land a haymaker, but that ain't Fury fighting Ngannou ain't no different from what Floyd Mayweather doing, fighting exhibition match. That's all this is.
It is. It is. Yeah, no, it is. I mean, do you think Fury should even be taking this fight? Do you think it's good for the sport?
Fury don't give a damn. I mean, Fury gonna do what's best for him. So, do I think it's good for the sport? Not necessarily from it's good for the entertainment aspect of the sport. From if you like fantasy, not fantasy match. If you like exhibition matches like what Floyd Mayweather be doing, if you like the Jake Paul type stuff and KSI type stuff, yeah, this is good for that. But from a boxing standpoint, hell no.
Yeah, I mean, because it's Fury's third, easy-ish fight, because he did Wythe, he did Chisora before that, guys who he's beat already, and now this. So, but Fury does say, this is what he says, that he's trying to get the big fights. So it's kind of like, who else is he going to fight then if he can't get the big fights?
I mean, man, listen, man. Tyson Fury is one of the biggest liars in the history of boxing. I don't believe shit Fury say. Fury, what's the old saying? How you know Fury is lying? Every time he opens his damn mouth. So Fury is a compulsive liar. He can't help it. I don't believe nothing Fury says out of his mouth. He say he's been trying to get the big fights. I don't believe that shit. I can be outside in the middle of a hurricane in Florida and feel the wind and see the rain falling out of the sky hitting me on the face. If Fury is right behind me and he tells me, hey, coach, it's raining, I won't believe it, even though I'm sitting in the hurricane and the rain hit me in my face. So, as it relates to Fury, I don't believe none of that shit, him trying to get the good big fights, bullshit.
Yeah, okay. You might be right. I don't know.
I could be wrong. But I'm just saying, for me, the man has a history of lying all the time. I can't, I can't believe, I remember he did an interview with MTK Global. It was the MTK Global event on IFL TV. I still had the video because I saved it. And he had on all black, and he was fidgeting back and forth, and they was asking him about when he was trying to quote unquote make the undisputed fight with Anthony Joshua. And but he was going under arbitration. He was going to court from Wilder because he was trying to get out of that fight. So they say. So they asked him. They say, "Well, what's going on with with Wilder? Because you said you're not going to fight him, and this and that. You fight Anthony Joshua, and a lot of people think that you talk a lot of bullocks." And he said, "Well, you just never know with me because you never know if I'm lying or telling the truth. Because when I'm lying, people think I'm telling the truth, and when I'm telling the truth, people think I'm lying." And I said I would never forget that. I have a video. Like it's now this is the thing, they scrubbed it from the internet. But I have the actual I have the actual video. Yeah. You try to look that up, you won't see that no more.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
So back to kind of Canelo, who do you think Canelo fights next? Because the one person I think he needs to fight, which he's made it clear he doesn't want to fight, who is the best matchup, who I think actually beats Canelo, is Benavidez.
This is the thing, right? I kind of go back and forth on that because I really don't know if Benavidez will beat Canelo, and I'm gonna tell you why. A lot of these guys, man, a lot of these fighters be getting hyped up because they get a lot of hype. You know what I mean? Because like one thing I say about the PBC, Al Heyman, he do a great job in like his top name fighters, they do a great job in getting the name out there. They control a lot of the media on YouTube, the independent. A lot of these guys want access to the fighters. So they're gonna do what they got to do in order to get the access. They're gonna push the narratives and stuff like that. But for me, and even the mainstream media, so they do a great job in that in their marketing department and stuff in media. But my thing is, I don't know how great these guys really are if they ain't fighting nobody. If you fighting a bunch of goddamn tomato cans and you looking like superstar Billy Graham against a tomato can, or you looking like doggone Sugar Ray Robinson and Sugar Ray Leonard and all these guys against a tomato can. If Canelo fight him, he'll beat Canelo. Well, I haven't seen David Benavidez in there with no competition. So I really don't know how good David Benavidez is. David Benavidez might be the kryptonite to Canelo. I don't know. But the only way we're gonna know, we got to see that fight. We got to see the fight. I can't. I'm not one of these fans of Canelo fans to where, oh man, David Benavidez, he ain't got nothing for Canelo. He just want to pay that. He don't deserve that fight. No. I don't believe in putting fighters in a witness protection program. No, right. If this guy's the next man up, Canelo still fight him. And if he is as easy as you say he is, then Canelo still fight that guy. But we know it's a lot of politics going on with that, with the sanctioned bodies, Mauricio Suleiman. So I don't know. Maybe Benavidez will beat Canelo. Maybe he won't. I don't know, because some of these guys, they be hype jobs. They hype them up. They be hyping them up against boxing. This shit about matchmaking. So when you fight fights that's where styles are tailor made, when you fighters styles are tailor made for your style, then of course you can look like a monster against these guys. But and again, I like David Benavidez. I think he's a pretty good fighter, but I just don't know if he'll beat Canelo. But guess what, Marco? The only way we will know, they got to fight each other. That's the era I come from. No. Oh, you said you the monster? You say you this? Okay, y'all got to fight each other. So, right. Yeah, he deserved that fight. But he got to get by Andrade.
Yeah, he does. Do you think he does? You think he'll beat Andrade?
I don't know. I don't, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know, bro. I really don't know. Like, I'm not leaning towards Andrade. I'm not leaning towards Benavidez. I really don't know. I don't know how that fight gonna turn out. I can't even predict it.
Right. I mean, who does Canelo fight though? Because who is there for Canelo to fight besides the winner of that fight?
Man, I don't know. I mean, Canelo can pick whoever he want to fight. So from what I'm hearing, Canelo, he's the cash cow face of boxing, so he can pick whoever he want to fight. He could pick a hog head cheese champion to fight next. For all I know, he could pick hell, he may pick Tank Davis to fight. He may pick doggone Regis Pro. Like, Canelo can pick whoever he want to fight. So it's obvious that he has the pick of the litter over there at the PBC. So I can't even guess who is he going to fight next. Because every time we try to guess these things, we be wrong. We be wrong. So I don't know, man.
Well, who would you want to see him?
I want to see him fight the winner of Benavidez and Andrade. That's what I want to see him fight.
Okay. Yeah, me too. But there's a lot of fights not happening, and then when you move over to the lightweights, junior welterweights, whatever, both of those, there's so many good fights that are there, but they're not happening, and it's kind of a shame.
That's the reality of the situation that's going on right now. Like, the 80s and 90s are gone. Yeah. So now it's wrong sides of the streets. I have more Instagram followers than you. Yep. I'm more popular than you. Yep. You get certain media outlets on your team, and they write all these, favorable stories or videos about you, and and that's what's going on. Fighters who are fighting the fights, they get looked down upon. Fighters who are not fighting the fights, but they popping, they get praised. In this era right here with the social media boxing fans, like the social media boxing fans protect more fighters than the goddamn CIA or the FBI, a person in the witness protection program. A lot of these fans now, they build barriers for why we shouldn't get fights based on the non-boxing criteria, and instead of building bridges for why we should get fights. And then these fighters are doing the same damn thing, over marinating fights. This fight ain't ready yet. Your baby mama got to be bow-legged. Your cousin have to know how to do the electric slide. I have more Instagram followers than you. My pants are sagging lower than yours. I have a Gucci belt. I got ice. Everything other than, man, when we gonna motherfucking fight. So right now, Marco, I really don't know how this shit gonna play out in the lightweight division or the junior welterweight division or whatever. It's too political right now.
Who would you like to see fight in those divisions? If you could make one matchup, what would you want to see?
I want to see Crawford fight Spence again. If not, I would love to see him fight Jaron Ennis. If not, I would love to see him fight doggone he ain't gonna get Canelo, so he can forget that. Jermell Charlo. At 140, I would like to see what's my main man name over there at the PBC? The Dominican dude. It was Super Matisse. It's the guy over there. I forgot his name. I would like to see Regis Prograis and Devin Haney fighting each other. I would like to see Teofimo Lopez and Regis fight each other. Matisse, I think his name, not Matisse. I forgot the dude's name, man. I forgot the dude's name, but I just want to see those top guys at 140 mix it up. At 135, I want to see Tank versus Shakur, Tank versus the Lomas, Shakur versus Tank, Shakur versus Loma. There's really nobody else there. Edwin De Los Santos, want to see him get some fights. He's fighting Shakur. So just those top guys, because Devin Haney's not there anymore and Teofimo's not there anymore. So I guess just the top guys, maybe mix it up or whatever. But a lot of those fights I wanted is not going to happen, and I know that. So
I mean, it'd be nice. I think Inoue could come up and maybe fight Loma, because Loma's small enough where I think that fight could make sense. I don't know if it'll happen, but that'd be kind of a good one.
But why Inoue has to be the one to move up? Why Tank can't move up? Why what you're asking Inoue to do is the equivalent of, okay, when when Inoue became undisputed, he beat Cool Boy Steph. What was going on Twitter is, from the Wakandas, is, oh man, what we got to do now? No, he ain't really all that. If he really good, let's see him move up to 135 and fight Tank. So this what they were saying, right? But then when you say, okay, why don't Tank move up to 135 and fight Crawford, or move up to 135 and fight Boots, and move from 135 to 147 to fight those guys? Then it's a double standard. Hold on now, we ain't got to do that now. Why y'all want Tank to do this and do that, but you want Inoue to do it? You get what I'm saying? So that's the problem that I have. Like, certain fighters, boxing fans want them to do astronomical things. You know what I mean? You got to go do this. Well, let's see you go fight that. All these fantasy matches. But then the fighters that's in the witness protection program, there's nothing required of them to do.
No, I think it has to be balanced. So and it would be because Loma's smaller than those guys, I think, naturally. So Loma could go down a little, Inoue can go up a little. They could meet at a good weight. Because the other guys, I think, are just too big to fight anyway.
Yeah. So basically, ain't none of these top guys. Like, certain fighters, they're not gonna fight the fights. Certain fighters, they're not gonna fight the fights. It is what it is. They have fan bases that protect them. They're gonna talk that cash cow shit. They're gonna talk, they just, it is what it is. So I mean, I get it, So but a lot of those fights, especially in the lightweight division, we can forget about getting any of those top fights in the lightweight division. Probably the biggest top fight that we're gonna get in the lightweight division is Shakur Stevenson and Edwin De Los Santos. That's about as far as that's going to go.
The De Los Santos is fighting Shakur. Yeah. Do you think he has a chance to beat him?
Who, De Los Santos? Oh, hell yeah. De Los Santos is a bad boy. Absolutely.
You think he will beat him?
I'm riding with Shakur on this one. I think Shakur will outbox him.
Okay. Yeah, I've actually never seen De Los Santos fight.
Who, you?
Yeah, I never seen him fight.
No. He good. That boy got punching power too. He a bad boy now. He really, really good.
A couple of people I know told me that they think he's going to upset Shakur. So
quite a few people are saying that. I don't know if they're going to bet any money on it, but quite a few people are saying that.
Yeah,
it's probably the people that I hear saying in my chat are guys who they really don't like Shakur. They're Devin Haney fans, and they're probably Tank Davis fans. So they want to see that they're basically projecting what they really, really want to see because they dislike for the guy. I don't think it's based on anything from a boxing criteria standpoint. You get what I'm saying?
Right. So I guess the last division I want to touch on quickly is the light heavyweights, because there is no movement.
Yeah.
What the hell's going on?
Yeah, I have no idea. The light heavyweight division is kind of like in a log jam. Like, there's two guys who have the belts. Beterbiev, he have 3 of the belts, and Bivol has 1 belt. Why those two guys haven't fought each other, I have no fucking idea. But of course, the political stance as it relates to, I think both of these guys are from Russia or somewhere over there. The WBC got involved. Well, we're not going to sanction a fight between these guys because of the war that's going on with Russia and Ukraine.
Right.
All this bullshit. So man, it's just disgusting. It's just really disgusting. So, both of these guys, they should have been fought each other. They shouldn't be fighting each other now. So, that fight probably ain't gonna happen either.
Maybe not. I mean, because Beterbiev is knocking on 40. You know what I mean? Bivol is, I don't know how old he is, but early 30s, I would guess. So
yeah.
But I mean, Beterbiev needs to make some moves to.
He hasn't fought in a year, if I'm not mistaken.
No, and don't forget, he's all undefeated, all knockouts. I mean, he gets a couple big victories in there and retires. It'll look real good in historically.
No, not Beterbiev. Beterbiev. No, he just fought not too long ago. He beat Anthony Yard. But I'm saying, Bivol. I don't think Bivol. I think he's been out almost a year, if I'm not mistaken.
Since he fought Canelo, right?
Yeah, since he fought Canelo. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Yeah, that we'll see. I think Benavidez will move up to 75 shortly. Maybe fight one of those guys because he should have been moved up because he's a big guy. Huge. And so I do get it. He's shrinking his body down, staying at that weight because he knows that okay, I'm big enough to you know how boxing is on Marco. A lot of the bigger guys, they'll shrink their bodies down at a lighter weight division so they can have that advantage over these guys when they rehydrate and stuff like that. Yeah. I never did that. I always fought at my walk around weight, which might have been stupid, but whatever. And
also maybe he hasn't moved up to 175 yet because maybe I don't know. I can't speculate why David Benavidez hasn't moved up to 175, but I know he wants to fight Canelo. Andrade is at 168 now. He wants to fight Canelo. 175, we know that's a log jam right there. That's pretty much bottlenecked at the moment. So I mean, it is what it is. We but I am happy we got a lot of the good fights this year. We did get some good fights this year. We got some social media fights as well. I call Tank and Ryan Garcia. That was the TikTok fight. Ain't nobody. Everybody knew how that was gonna work out.
That was
calls and so
No, he was over. Ryan was not ready. It was not ready. But what are you gonna do?
Oh, you know what? The dude corrected me in the chat. He said Bivol fought Zerto. You're right. You're right about that, fam. He fought Zerto. You're right about that. But when that was Bivol and Zerto fought each other? Was that last year?
I don't even remember seeing that fight.
Yeah, he was right. The dude was right.
And Zerto's fighting this weekend, right?
Yeah, Zerto fighting on tomorrow.
Right. He's a cruiserweight now.
Yeah, he went up to cruiserweight.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll see what happens. Well, all right, Coach. Let me let you go. Appreciate you talking to me. Let's talk soon.
Yes, sir, man. Shout out to you, Marco, man. Salute to you, brother. Thank you so much for inviting me on the show.
You too, man. Thanks for joining me.
Yes, sir.
Peace.